is one of the most haunting questions in maritime history. Over 1,500 people died when the RMS Titanic sank on April 15, 1912. But after the ship slipped beneath the waves, what happened to the bodies? This is a story of sorrow, dignity, decisions made under pressure, and the deep silence of the sea. As news of the disaster spread, panic and grief swept across the world. The White Star Line, Titanic's owner, was under pressure to act quickly. They chartered several recovery ships. The first and most well-known, the cable ship Mackay Bennett, based out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. She departed with a unique mission: to recover bodies, not survivors. On board were coffins, embalming fluid, and a team that included clergy and undertakers. 5 days after the sinking, the Mackay Bennett arrived at the site. What they saw was horrific. Life jackets floating in clusters, bodies scattered across the waves. Over several days, the Mackay Bennett recovered 306 bodies. But there was a devastating limitation. They had only enough embalming supplies and coffins for a fraction of the dead. A brutal decision was made. Bodies not embalmed couldn't be brought ashore by law. So 116 were buried at sea. These were mostly third-class passengers and crew, the poorest aboard the Titanic. They were read prayers, then lowered into the Atlantic, forever lost to the deep. The remaining 1990 embalmed bodies were taken to Halifax. Their families waited, hoping to claim their loved ones. Some were identified and returned home. Others, too damaged or unknown, were buried in Halifax. 3 cemeteries became the final resting places for over 150 Titanic victims. Many of the graves are marked only by numbers or heartbreaking titles like Unknown Child. For decades, one grave stood out: the Untold Child, a symbol of every young life lost. In 2007, through DNA analysis and historical research, that child was finally identified: Sydney Leslie Goodwin, a 19-month-old toddler from England. He died with his entire family aboard the Titanic. His identity brought closure, but also reminded the world of the hundreds who still remain nameless. In 1985, the wreck of the Titanic was discovered 2.5 miles beneath the ocean surface. Many wondered whether still human remains on board, but no intact bodies were ever found. The immense pressure, deep-sea bacteria, and over a century of currents likely dissolved or scattered remains, even clothing and shoes. The last silent markers of human presence are rare. The ship lies in still, silent decay, a time capsule of tragedy. So, what happened to the bodies from the Titanic? Some were brought home, some were buried in Halifax. Others still lie beneath the Atlantic, lost but not forgotten. Each life tells a story of dreams, love, class, and fate. The Titanic was more than a ship, it was a world. And when it sank, it took with it the hopes of generations. But even in death, there was honor. And today, more than a century later, we remember them. If you found this video moving, please like and subscribe for more untold stories from history. And let us know in the comments, what do you think should be done to preserve the memory of the Titanic victims?